Hey, so I've got Neve here beside me, and I am really, really excited to share her story with you because I think you're going to love it. So, Neve, let's go back to the start, to that dark, dark place before you met me. How did you feel? How were things before you started with Shape Up?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of was dark actually.
Yeah.
I would say I felt exhausted, tired. I kind of felt like I had lost hope a little bit.
Okay.
I was embarrassed. I was like bursting out of my jeans, and I was refusing to buy a new pair, but I just felt like I was kind of disgusted with myself, honestly. Like, and kind of, losing hope that I was ever going to actually break through and make a change.
Yeah. I remember actually what was you said or something to me like in one of your form. I think it would have been in a form or something about you felt like you're almost going backwards and like you didn't feel like yourself.
Yeah,
anymore.
That's right. Yeah, I hadn't been that heavy since 20 years ago when I was back in college.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was actually going back, regressing. Yeah, that's it.
So it wasn't like you weren't. What's the point? I suppose not great. Things weren't in a great place at that time.
Yeah.
What were your fears about getting started? Because everyone has fears.
My biggest fear was that this was going to be just yet another failed attempt to do something, and we've all been there. I have done so many diets. I am probably Weight Watchers' favorite person because I joined about 27 times until I totally OD'd on it. It wouldn't even work for me, or my brain wouldn't work with it anymore. So I was afraid this was going to be another program that I was going to fail at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's been different about it then? What in your opinion would you say makes Shape Up what's happened here? What's made it different?
I mean, it's a complete game changer, and I really mean that. What's worked for me is the daily habits.
Okay.
So there's a few things, probably the fact that it's community based.
Yeah.
So you're meeting other people who are doing the exact same thing as you. The next thing is we have to upload daily points to actually see what behaviors we're doing, and that has completely shifted my mindset around relaxing and taking time for myself instead of just eating or drinking wine.
Yeah.
So for the first time in forever, I feel like I'm actually in control of my behaviors, and not just what I eat or what I drink, but I actually mean what am I doing when I'm exhausted, or I feel like I can't work anymore, I'm going to take a break. So actually it's bigger than just losing pounds or dropping a dress size. It's actually totally changed everything about my well-being and my, I think also ability to I just feel more alive. I feel more in control. I feel more I gave up drinking, because it was January, so I was dry January, and then I enjoyed it so much that I haven't drunk in February. I'm not going to do it again in March. But I think the program has enabled me, because you're always texting me, because I'm showing up to workouts 3 times a week, I keep having these interactions that keep me focused and keep me staying on track in a way that no other program really has. It was about counting points, or I hate that stuff. I hate counting points. This is totally different, because you might be tallying up your points for your behaviors that day. Did I do rest and relaxation? But it's not about the points, it's about the actual things that you're doing.
Because that was actually a huge thing. So you were saying before starting that you didn't want to feel overly restricted or whatever. I suppose a lot of people, maybe you're watching this and you kind of worry about coming into some program like this thinking that maybe it's going to be, I'm really busy, it's going to take a lot of energy and restrict me, and it's going to exhaust me even more. Whereas we do put that emphasis on looking after yourself and having time for yourself and that stuff. So that kind of you touched on there.
Brilliant.
It's
and I think
the quality of the life.
Sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say I hate counting calories. I hate anything restrictive. Freedom and spontaneity is one of the biggest things, and I found that this program allows me to do that, but still helps me rein in just behaviors. It's actually behaviors. It's bigger than points and calories. It's not that. It's just And that's the way I wanted it to be, like just kind of a way of being.
Yes.
Yeah, rather than a short-term thing that I could, you know, fail at or.
And this is the last one.
Yeah.
What's changed since joining? What are the benefits? What's better?
Oh my God. Everything has changed. It really has, though. I think not drinking has changed everything. What are the benefits? I feel alive. I feel free, not joking, because I feel free from this complete negative self-talk doom loop of why did you eat that? Why did you drink that? You're such a failure. You know, like it's such a cycle that I was completely trapped in. So I feel free of that because every time I do a workout, I come out feeling like invincible.
Yeah.
I feel hopeful because I think, you know, you and I were just talking about it now. We make a plan all the time for like what's coming up, what are the obstacles going to be, and how am I going to overcome them. And I know it's not going to be perfect, but I have a plan now.
Yeah.
And I never had a plan that I could stick to before. And I think that's the thing. It's not just one plan.
Yeah.
You always have to make a plan.
Yeah, yeah.
And the plan changes all the time, you know. So, yeah, I would say I feel like myself.
Yeah.
Again, the best version of myself.
Yeah. Brilliant. And then, last thing, guys watching this now, nervous about starting, all those fears that maybe you had at the start, before they do it, what would you say to them?
Yeah. Hi. I would say, I think the biggest thing that was stopping me was motivation. And you posted a video about motivation and it just like clicked into place for me. I kept waiting to be motivated. I kept waiting for motivation to just like appear and be like, now I'm motivated, now I can get started. And what you said was, if you think about when you're motivated, it's actually when you're doing the thing that you want to be doing, you know, so like you've just worked out and now you feel amazing. So knowing that action is actually what makes you motivated, that's just what I did. I said, well, let me just do this little action. Let me just go to a workout and see what happens. And once I took that first step and just did that tiny little bit of action, that's when this motivation just came. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Cool. And that's carrying me now. And carrying me forward. Yeah.
Cool.
Good
Stuff. Yeah, we always get that wrong to do too. Okay. You know, there she said it herself. Motivation. Take action.
Do it.
I'm going to put a little link in the comment section, so give you a bit more info on what I do. So once you finish watching this, go click it.
Do it. Really, it's really worth it. I promise.